Hello, everyone. I'm back. My name is Dell, and thank you so much for watching this video or even clicking on the video. I certainly appreciate it, and I thank you all who have been supporting my videos, and I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. So I'm back just with a brief video. I wanted to come back because I mentioned in a previous video that when this St. John's wort shrubs started to bloom, that I would show you. And I can't remember how long it lasts, maybe about a couple of weeks or so, but they're filling out now all over this shrub, and I just had to come back and let you see what they look like. It's so pretty, and I didn't want time to get away, and I wasn't able to capture this beautiful plant. Also, the impatiens are growing so quickly I can't keep up. So these are really looking good and healthy, as I mentioned in a couple of previous videos, that I bought them from the clearance at Lowe's. However, they were long and leggy, and I cut them really down to the smallest I could get them to, like this. And then now they're growing back. So you can cut your impatiens and they will grow back fuller and very pretty. And as mentioned, one is on the other side as well. Those are kind of coming over this container. Now that I'm here, let me tell you this. I forgot to mention what these containers are. These are like, oh, we have some ants really bad all over the place. I don't know if you can see this. I'm not quite sure what is going on, but I'll look at that in a minute. These containers are the leaf catchers or leaf holders for your lawnmower, and it was an old lawnmower that we had. So it was two of those, and I kind of broke them down and painted them gray. So they don't have a bottom in it. These are actually planted in the ground. Well, the soil is in the ground, not in the actual container. So they're bottomless. So I just wanted to mention that because I never mentioned it before. And the other thing is these items, these flowers here are growing really well. This is a begonia. This is a shaded area, so they're doing really well. This also has a hosta in there, and it has some coleus that I'm going to put some snail repellent down because I know that's what's eating these, excuse my tissue, eating these leaves right here. So I'm going to put some of that down. The vinca vines are starting to spill over, and so are the creeping Jenny. So everything is looking really good for that as well. But I wanted you to see that. And this video won't I cannot talk, I'm sorry. The video won't be long. I'm just kind of updating you on some different things that I've done. Let me go over to my little seating area here. Before I go over to the seating area, I wanted you to take a look at this. Now, don't pay attention to the art. It's not washed down, pressure washed yet. But this is my arch coming into the backyard, and I decided to do something different. Up top, I put some clearance plants, which are the super petunias, and it doesn't get a lot of sun over here, but they're doing pretty decent so far. They look okay. Yeah, that looks terrible. I know. It's the mildew and dampness and moistness over in this area, and it hadn't been washed since last summer. So that's got to be washed as well. As I said, it's a garden in process, so still working on it. Wanted you to see that I did, do something different up here on, I think it cut off. I'm sorry, but just want you to see that I'm doing something different up top. And all those are some containers that I had around. They were black and I painted them white so it will blend in with this arch into the backyard. So my plan is to have them kind of go down the sides of this arch, And then on the side of that, we have this, on both sides, we have a standard hydrangea limelight. And one is on this side as well. So that's what I'm hoping, that these chartreuse and the pink would look really pretty together. Okay, so I purchased a couple of, hold on 1 second. I purchased a couple of clearance plants. If I sound a little nasally, it's the allergy, so I apologize. But I purchased a hydrangea, and it is looked like it's on its last leg. It is called the Rose Supreme Hydrangea. This was on clearance at Lowe's, and it was $19.99. So I got it for $10. And I'm just going to show you how I go about, a couple of steps I go about when I'm reviving a clearance plant. I'm sorry you can't see my, not that you need to, but I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you how I revive these clearance plants. Another one that I picked up was these geraniums. It is a 9 pack, and they have been spent, and I'll show you how I do those. So the first thing that I do is I have a bucket here of rainwater. You can use any water. I just happen to, save my water. And so it's just a bucket of, oops, it's just a bucket of rainwater, or half a bucket anyway. And what I do is, for this hydrangea, I have, if you see fire, it's this little tiki lamp right here. And this was actually from the Dollar Tree. It was $3, so I got a whole box of them. I have them on the patio and on this table out here in my sanctuary to keep them, and I have the mosquito repellent in it. Okay, so I take this hydrangea and take it out of that packaging there. And you see all of these little leaves. Let me put the rainwater here. You see all of those little spent leaves. What I'm going to do is take those leaves, if I can stop spilling stuff, take those leaves off. I'm going to save those because they're going to go into my compost. So I'm going to cut the bloom off and everything. Now this probably won't bloom again this summer, but I know it will be good for next summer. So I'm going to take this bloom off, and I hope, sometimes it's trial and error. I'll figure out whether I pruned it right next year if the if the blooms don't come back. So that's the first thing I do, is take those blooms off. And I cut it right down to the second leaf right there. Where there are 2 leaves right there, I did that on each side. 2 leaves right there. Actually, this leaf is coming off, and that's what we have. So this is what we've cut off so far. Then I go down the plant and I start taking off the dry leaves like this. Once I do all of that, I'm not going to go through all that because I know you don't want to watch me do that. But it's only a few actually on here. After I do that, I have a jug here of some water with fertilizer in it, and it's a plant tone. You could use a garden tone, whatever your fertilizer of choice. And I'll show you what I'm going to do to that. So I'm just taking these dead leaves off. I'm going to leave this one on. Hold on for me just 1 second. All right, I'm back. So what I do is, so now this is what it looks like. It already looks better. It still has like little crunchy leaves on there, but I'm not going to aggravate them. I'll leave those on, and if they fall off, that's fine. So now this is what I've collected for my compost. And the next step is I take this bucket of water. It's a half bucket of water. And here is my jug. See the fertilizer down there? And I let this sit in here. I want to concentrate. I'm not going to pour a lot in there, but I want to revive these plants kind of immediately. So I pour just a little bit in there. And then I set the plant in there. And I let it get all good and saturated. So I'm going to hold it in there until it sinks down. Now you won't see an immediate change. I'll bring you back so you can see exactly what this looks like. But you want to get it really, really saturated so you can bring the flower back to life. Because basically it is on life support right now. So I'm going to just show you how it's already starting to saturate. And I'm going to let that soak in there for a few minutes. Now, if it happens to revive before I finish this video, then I'll come back and show you. But if not, I'll show you in another video. So that's the first thing that I do right there. The second thing, I'm not going to go through all these. I'm just going to show you one. Like I said, this is a 9-pack of geraniums. They're really leggy. The blooms have been spent, but more blooms will come on. And I'll just take one out of the pack and show you how I will revive this. Well, no, actually, you can't take it out of the pack. So that's somebody speeding by. Not sure why they are going that fast in the neighborhood. All right, so let me, I guess I could take it out of the pack. I could do that. So here is one. I thought they were in like separate, but they're not. So what I do with this one is the blooms that have been spent, you want to pull these geraniums, you want to pull it all the way down to the bottom of that, like that. And that will also go in my compost. So these that have already been spent, that's what you want to do. But I'm going to take a few more off too, because I want to start it off fresh so it'll have a nice chance of surviving. Now I won't mess with this one, but what I will do with this is wherever I choose to plant it, which I may plant it over there with the banana tree, I may do that around the impatiens. I may do that because these are red. This is very stringy, but I believe, and I can actually take this bloom off. I may even do that. Let's do that. I want to start over fresh, and I'm going to take this one off too. And then wherever I decide, it doesn't look bad at all, but it looks better than it did. So I'm going to take this, and wherever I decide to plant it, I'm going to soak it before I plant it. So let me get a little, a container with water in it, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. So I have this container, and I put some rainwater in there, and I'm just going to soak this in this water for just a little bit. And I'm going to do them all like this. This is big enough where I can soak them all, but I'm just going to show you how, you know how it soaks, but I just want to show you how I want it saturated. And I'll let it soak. See how it's saturated? And that's going to bring some life back to it. And as you can see, there is a new bloom that's coming in right there. And then I may even take some more of those leaves off. But that is how I clean up these clearance plants so that they can become beautiful in the garden. I'm going to do one more. So all I do is take the spent all the way down to the end, and then take off all the little dead pieces. If you have some little stringy parts, you want to take those off too. Stringy leaves, if you want that little stubby look, take all of those off. And anything that that looks dead on the plant, you want to take that off. And let's see, this is how this one looks. They're not bad looking plants. These were originally $13.88, so I paid $7 for 9. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and then I'll just soak that in there as well. And that's how I go about reviving the plants that I get from clearance. If they don't look good, as far as how I decide how I pick them is I determine, is this something I can really bring back or revive? If not, or if I think I can't, I'd leave it on the shelf. But in this case, I love hydrangeas and I love geraniums. So this one is still soaking, and it'll soak just for a few more minutes. I'm not going to soak it overnight or anything. Just get it all through the plant. And if it perks up before I go in for the night, because it's around 8 o'clock now, this is how I work. When I leave work, this is what I do in my spare time. So if it perks up before I finish out here, I'll bring it back and let you see. Oh, okay, so the night caught me, and I'll have to show you the hydrangea tomorrow. I just wanted to show you this little section from the side, off from the side garden. If you remember, I said I would add some Dollar Tree lights to this candle holder that I got from Goodwill years ago. I thought about painting it black. It is rusted. Initially it was black, and I guess from the wear and tear of the weather and the elements, it rusted. It has these little grapes on them like that. So I was going to refresh the paint, and I thought, no, I think I like that rustic look. So this is what this side looks like, decorated with my lights and the pillows. And I just took some black rim Dollar Tree lights and also the silver one. So it's a silver black, and then just like that. So I thought I would show that to you and how the garden looks at night. Now it rained today. Typically the candles and the lights would be on, but it was a cloudy day today, so that is not happening right now. I think the only light that is on is this one somewhere down here, that one, but the rest of them are out. But I did want you to see that little section off from the garden. I appreciate you always watching and supporting my channel. I hope that you have an amazing rest of the week, and I will see you. Maybe I'll pick up tomorrow. I did say I'll pick up tomorrow and let you see what the hydrangeas and the geraniums look like after they have been soaked in water and fertilizer and pruned. Again, thank you so much, and I may see you tomorrow. If this is the end of the video and I don't pick back up, have a blessed week, and may the good Lord bless you real good. Okay, so it is the next day. I said that I would come back and show you what the flowers look like, the hydrangea and the geraniums. So here are the geraniums after I've cleaned them up, soaked them, and also put a little fertilizer in the water. And so they don't look bad. Again, these were $13.98, I believe, or $13.78 or something like that. It's a pack of 9, and I got these for $7. And then here is the hydrangea. Remember what it looked like? It just looked like it was dead. There are a couple of little leaves that I'm going to pull off down here at the bottom as well. But again, I soaked them in some fertilized water and it just brought it back to life immediately. There is one little leaf here that I want to take off because it's kind of crunchy and dry, but I'm going to leave that on this. It looks like there's some new growth coming right here. I may go ahead and let me go ahead and take that off. I don't think it'll hurt anything. And this is what the hydrangea looked like. It is revived and fresh, and it's ready for its new home. So that is all I have for this video, and I know it was multiple parts, just trying to find the time to record. And so I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you all so much for watching the videos and supporting my channel. I also want to thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. My old subscribers when I first started, I don't even want to say old, but my original subscribers when I first started about 3 years ago or so. And you keep coming back, and I try to get to everybody. I'm not good. I don't do well. But I appreciate you all that do come back, and those of you who visit from time to time that haven't subscribed, I appreciate you as well. Again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and may the good Lord bless you all real good.